melody, motive, and phrase. In music, composers use the notes of the scale to create melodies. Melodies are the lines that we listen for in music. Here are a few with which you'll be very familiar. Or Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. Or a lullaby. Originally composed by Mozart, by the way. So when we take these musical lines and create melodies out of them, what composers used to do this is a thing called a musical motive, which is the smallest piece of musical language, which would be like a word in written language. Those things might be like this. That, all by itself, could be a motive, which a composer could then use to manipulate and change and play around with as they're creating music. It becomes something like this. So you hear the repeated line being moved around and shifted and changed, and that's what composers do with motives. The most famous one being this. Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. That short four-note motive actually creates a symphony that's an hour long. So composers then take these motives, to create phrases. Phrases are like musical sentences. We hear in that complete beginning and ends because of a concept called tension and release, most easily demonstrated in this way. Here is a scale. When I play it for you, I'm going to stop and you will hear that you can feel it is unfinished. You feel that last note holding and creating a tension, which is then released when we achieve the last note. Composers use that nature of scales to create their melodies. Then we end up with things like this. Now you can tell right there that this is not finished. Still not done. Ah, there it is. It's extremely important to be aware of the fact that composers use that nature of music, the tension and release created by scales, to create melodies that have forward motion. And that's a great deal of what they do in creating the music they compose.